What is going on, everyone? First and foremost, I want to say thank you for being here right now watching this video. I do really appreciate for your time, and I would really appreciate if you do consider subscribing to the channel, simply because it truly does help me out a lot. Now we're going to be reacting to, we got Derrick James ends his contract with Frank Martin following his loss to Gervonta Tank Davis. Now this is crazy, man. We all do know that Frank Martin did lose to Gervonta Tank Davis, but now it seems like, you know, everybody's gonna eventually forget about Frank Martin after this fight. I don't know, man. That's what people are saying, but overall, things could go downhill for Frank Martin after this, but you never really know, man. But overall, if this is true, bro, this is crazy, man. I guess you really do find out who's with you for real, when you're at your lowest. When you're at your lowest, if you get what I mean. Because, you know, overall, I don't think Frank Martin is taking this loss lightly, you get what I mean? But you never really know, man. But not gonna do too much talking, just gonna let the video play. Then I'll share the rest of my opinion, say what I have to say at the end of the video.
Frank Martin tried his best against Tank, but that was not enough to secure him a win. Just after the loss, most of the boxing world is pointing fingers at Derrick James, saying that the loss was mostly contributed by him. So much talk that even Derrick James has decided to end the contract. In the world of boxing, Derrick James stands as an image of excellence, a trainer whose influence has been as big outside the ring as the punches thrown within it.
But then you realize, hey, I've been winning all this time. People, you lose every day of your life. Yeah. You know, whatever it is, you losing every day of your life, but you judging me because I'm living my dream and I'm winning. Yeah.
With a stable that includes pros like Errol Spence Jr., Jermell Charlo, Anthony Joshua, Ryan Garcia, and Frank Martin, James has earned his place among the most respected and revered trainers in the sport. However, as with all great journeys, there comes a moment to step back and reflect, to consider what lies beyond the horizon. For Derrick James, that moment is now. Let's not forget that just a year ago, James was at the pinnacle of his career, guiding his fighters to victory after victory. But the landscape of boxing is ever changing, and the recent 8th round knockout of Frank Martin by Gervonta Davis served as a showcase of the sport's brutal realities. It was after this defeat that James decided the time had come to bring his illustrious career to a close. "It's been an incredible ride," James shared in a candid interview, his voice carrying the weight of years spent in the trenches of the boxing world. "But everything has its season. I've poured my heart and soul into this sport and into these fighters. Now it's time for me to take a step back and let them shine on their own."
Man. He ain't with Derrick James no more.
Yeah, exactly. You ain't Derrick James. You folded. You don't want to pay him some money.
James's journey in boxing began long before he became known as a master trainer. As a professional fighter from 1992 to 2008, he compiled a respectable record. His transition from fighter to trainer was marked by the same dedication and passion that defined his time in the ring.
I think Derrick James is, you know how like all these fighters or trainers are like, oh, they get trainer of the year, and then they're the worst trainer for like the next 3 years. I mean, he has a pretty bad track record. I mean, he made Ryan 10 times worse.
Under his guidance, fighters have not only honed their skills, but have also grown as individuals, learning to navigate the pressures and demands of a sport that is as much about mental fortitude as it is about physical prowess. His decision to retire is not a spur-of-the-moment revelation, but rather a thoughtful conclusion drawn from years of contemplation.
Okay, this version of Canelo, what Clarissa said, she would love to see Terrence Crawford against Canelo.
I think he's probably slowing down a little bit more, pacing himself a little bit more. I'm not the pick and choose who want to fight here. I don't get into that.
It's a combination of things, James explained. Boxing has been my life for so long, but there comes a point when you have to ask yourself what comes next. I've given everything I have to this sport, and now it's time for me to focus on other aspects of my life. We cannot discuss Derrick James without mentioning the star-studded lineup he has cultivated. Each fighter under his guard speaks to his ability to bring out the best in his athletes. Now, perhaps one of the most influential fighters that has driven him to this decision is Errol Spence.
Football. Why did you show up yesterday? What happened yesterday? AB.
Now first, Errol attributes much of his success to James's mentorship. "He's been like a father figure to me," Spence said. "I wouldn't be where I am today without him. He believed in me when no one else did, and I'll always be grateful for that." Jermell Charlo, another standout in James's stable, echoes these sentiments. As the undisputed light middleweight champion, Charlo has thrived under James's guidance. "Derrick has been more than just a coach to me," Charlo said. "He's been a mentor, a confidant, a friend. I'll miss having him in my corner, but I know he'll always be there for me, no matter what." The camaraderie and mutual respect that James fosters among his fighters are evident in the atmosphere of his training camps. The world-class boxing gym in Dallas, where James trains his fighters, is a place of intense focus and camaraderie. "I think they all feed off of each other," James said. "It's more about inspiration. That's the key element. To be in a room with a lot of guys who are successful, to have enough humility. A lot of people can't take it. A lot of people can't be in that type of room and work. You have to find out who you are before you walk in the room to be with a group of guys like that. Everybody gets along really well." This sense of unity and shared purpose is a hallmark of James's training philosophy.
He might put them hands on you, bro. That nigga he in shape. He be working out with them boys, he be running. He be in the gym with them every day, you know what I'm saying?
He said I was gonna stop the fight before the fight. Didn't he say that? So what does that mean?
I think
No. What that meant was he was showing Sean that he's still the boss.
He believes that the success of one fighter can inspire others to push themselves harder, to reach new heights. It's a philosophy that has paid dividends, with his fighters achieving remarkable success both individually and collectively. Yet the decision to retire is not without its challenges. James is acutely aware of the void his departure will leave in the lives of his fighters, but he is also confident in their ability to continue thriving without him. "I've taught them everything I know," he said. "Now it's up to them to take what they've learned and apply it. I'll always be there for them, but it's time for them to take the next step on their own." As James prepares to hang up his gloves for the final time, he looks back on his career with a sense of pride and fulfillment. "I've had the privilege of working with some of the best fighters in the world," he reflected, "but more importantly, I've had the privilege of helping them achieve their dreams, and for that, I am truly grateful." Tributes have poured in from across the boxing community.
They fight very similar. They all use something that they saw somebody do and they like it, so they try to stick to that or whatever. I think that Tank has the ability to. We're not even talking about Tank. What we talking about?
we said Devin. But say what you was gonna say about Tank though.
Tank has the ability to be a boxer.
Yeah.
And a puncher and a...
With fighters, trainers, and fans expressing their admiration and gratitude for James's contributions to the sport. Ryan Garcia, who joined James's stable earlier this year, spoke highly of his short but impactful time with the trainer. "Even though we've only been working together for a short while, Derrick has already taught me so much," Garcia said. "His attention to detail, his understanding of the sport, and his ability to connect with his fighters are unparalleled. I'm grateful to have had the chance to learn from him." Anthony Joshua, the former unified heavyweight champion, also expressed his appreciation for James's guidance. "Derrick has a unique ability to bring out the best in his fighters," Joshua remarked. "He understands the mental and physical demands of the sport, and he knows how to push you to reach your full potential. His retirement is a huge loss for boxing, but I wish him all the best in his future endeavors." The impact of James's retirement will be felt not only by his fighters, but also by the broader boxing community. His approach to training, characterized by a deep understanding of the sport and a genuine care for his fighters' well-being, has set a standard that many will strive to emulate. As he steps away from the sport that has defined much of his life, James remains optimistic about the future. "Boxing will always be a part of who I am," he said, "but there are other things I want to explore, other passions I want to pursue. I'm excited about what lies ahead." As the final bell tolls on Derrick James's coaching career, the boxing world pauses to salute a true legend, one whose contributions have transcended the confines of the ring.
I think he did a good job. I think that, for me, he followed the game plan because it was so much about getting past this guy and winning the way that we wanted to win. Knockouts, so yeah, they're good. But
his retirement marks the end of an era, but it also heralds the beginning of a new chapter, both for James and for the sport he has dedicated his life to. In his own words, "I've given everything I have to boxing, and now it's time for me to focus on the next chapter of my life. But I'll always be a part of this sport, and I'll always be there for my fighters. This isn't goodbye, it's just see you later." With these words, Derrick James steps into the future, leaving behind a legacy of excellence, dedication, and unwavering commitment to the sport he loves. The world of boxing will undoubtedly miss his presence, but his influence will endure, a testament to the enduring power of passion and perseverance. Don't get us wrong, James did try everything he could have done to help Frank with Tank. Recently, however, that confidence faced a severe test. On the electrifying night we all remember, Gervonta "Tank" Davis delivered a crushing 8th round knockout to Frank Martin, a defeat that was both shocking and revealing.
Derrick, were you surprised at all when Ryan said he already looked at you as like another father figure?
Yet even in the immediate aftermath of such a decisive loss, James has refused to silence his unwavering belief in Martin's potential and readiness for the big stage. Before the fight, James had been bullish about Martin's prospects. His faith in the young fighter's abilities was evident in every word he spoke. "I think that he is ready," James had confidently told Fight Hub TV when questioned about Martin's preparedness to face the lightweight division's elite. "But at the same time, I think that being there is all about depth, having more knowledge, more intellect." The lightweight division is one of the most talent-laden in boxing, featuring champions and contenders of the highest caliber. Among them, Devin Haney, the division's undisputed champion, has established himself as a formidable force with consecutive victories over George Kambosos Jr. Despite Haney's impressive credentials, James had a different view on who truly stands atop the lightweight hierarchy. For James, it wasn't Haney but the pugnacious puncher from Baltimore, Gervonta Davis, who represented the pinnacle of the division. A fight like this helps you, but at the same time, you have to realize who those other guys are. Michel Rivera is not Tank Davis. Really, Tank Davis is the top of the top, he stated, acknowledging the daunting challenge that Davis presented. The bout against Davis was a crucial test for Martin, who has shown immense potential and an insatiable desire to improve. James, ever the optimist and strategist, saw the fight as a stepping stone, an invaluable experience that would contribute to Martin's growth as a boxer.
With the strategy and the game plan that never let him into the fight, that's what it's all about. That's what he did. He was able to control every aspect of the fight. And now we have that. That's our foundation. So if y'all go back and look.
Despite the setback of an 8th round knockout, James remains steadfast in his support for Martin. Losses, especially in the brutal sport of boxing, are part of the journey, a journey he might not be part of anymore. James's reaction post-fight underscores his belief in resilience and long-term development. It's about depth and knowledge, James had emphasized, and these are qualities that are often forged in the crucible of defeat. The lightweight division, as James noted, is incredibly deep and competitive. It houses fighters who are not just physically gifted, but also intellectually and strategically astute.
Very similar. They all use something that they saw somebody do and they like it, so they try to stick to that or whatever. I think that Tank has the ability to. We're not even talking about Tank. Who we talking about?
We said Devin. But say what you was gonna say about Tank, though.
Tank has the ability to be a boxer and a puncher.
Haney's back-to-back victories over Kambosos have solidified his position, yet James had always seen Davis as the benchmark. This perspective is crucial for understanding the context of Martin's loss and James's subsequent reflections. Davis's victory over Martin, while decisive, is not the end of the road for the young fighter. Under a new Trininers mentorship, Martin can dissect this loss, learn from it, and come back stronger. The defeat at the hands of someone James considers the best in the division can serve as a powerful motivator and a valuable learning experience. James's confidence in Martin was not misplaced bravado, but a measured belief in his fighter's potential. The journey to the top is rarely a straight path, and setbacks are an inevitable part of the process. For Martin, the fight against Davis was a crucial chapter in his career, one that will test his mettle and resolve, but also one that can propel him to greater heights if he learns the right lessons. James's approach to Martin's career highlights the importance of perspective and resilience in boxing. Losses can be demoralizing, but they can also be transformative. By refusing to place a muzzle on Martin, by continuing to express confidence in his abilities, James is setting the stage for a comeback, a redemption arc that is intrinsic to the sport of boxing. Now remember when we said Errol might be another big reason why Derrick is thinking of quitting the game? Well, James and his promoter, ex-teammate Errol Spence Jr., are tangled in a legal battle that raised questions about Martin's focus and training. James and Spence Jr. had a long partnership, working together for 11 years, but just recently they split, and James sued Spence Jr. for money he claimed was owed from training Spence for his big fight against Terrence Crawford in June 2023. Spence Jr. didn't just take it lying down, he filed a countersuit seeking a legal declaration, as reported by ESPN. With Martin seemingly caught in the middle of this messy legal battle, many wondered if his fight camp was being affected.
It could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford wanna challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great, you know. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm with it. So, you know, I'll be going for Bud, you know, if he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he gonna win.
When asked about it during a recent interview, Spence Jr. was clear and confident in his response. Nah, things are going smoothly. It's all about Frank Martin, so we didn't get into any of that. 100% about Frank. Despite the behind-the-scenes turmoil, Spence Jr.'s words suggest that Martin's preparation remained focused and undisturbed. In another surprising turn of events, Errol Spence Jr. is on the hunt for a new trainer following his departure from Derrick James.
Boxing, because he don't try to pamper me. When I look like, he gonna say I look like, I don't care how big you get, ain't nobody get pampered, and he gonna critique me like I'm a grown man. Appreciate you, man. Real.
This news comes in the wake of Spence's defeat to Terrence Crawford, where he was knocked out in the 9th round, ending his hopes of becoming the first undisputed welterweight champion of the 4-belt era. The fallout from this loss has led to significant changes in Spence's career trajectory. Spence's defeat to Crawford was a pivotal moment, marking not just a loss in the ring, but a turning point in his career. The highly anticipated rematch talks have fallen through, as Crawford is now expected to face the winner of the Tim Tszyu vs. Sebastian Fundora bout at 154 pounds. This left Spence at a crossroads, in search of a new opponent and, crucially, a new trainer.
It's stupid.
So that's just some rumor. It's not even.
But like this, I saw somebody report on it, right? And I was like, okay, well, I know.
When asked about his next steps, Spence candidly stated, "Gotta find a new home first." His commitment to staying with premier boxing champions suggests that he will continue to be a major draw, potentially headlining on Amazon Prime Video. A move up to junior middleweight seems likely for Spence, with the IBF and WBA belts currently vacant, offering him a clear path to target a world title in this new weight class. This shift might also set the stage for a future rematch with Crawford, who is aiming to become undisputed in a 3rd weight class. Reflecting on his career and future, Spence shared, "I paid my obligations to the welterweight division. It's time to move up and it'll be strap season all over again. I sat out a year and a half trying to make this fight happen with Terrence Crawford to get the other strap." These words underscore Spence's determination to continue his pursuit of greatness. Even as he navigates this period of transition, the boxing community has been closely watching Spence's next moves, and notable voices like Jeff Mayweather have weighed in on his situation. Following his loss to Crawford, Spence underwent cataract surgery on his right eye, attributing his vision problems as a key factor in his defeat.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get in this year, probably October, November. Yeah, you gotta wait to hear from me. I'm looking for.
Additionally, Spence's career has been marred by serious incidents, including 2 car crashes, one of which resulted in a detached retina. These health concerns have led to discussions about whether Spence should consider retirement. Despite these setbacks, Spence remains resolute in his decision to continue boxing. His announcement to continue his career has prompted Mayweather to suggest a cautious approach. Once Spence returns, he needs to have some tune-up fights, Mayweather advised, emphasizing the importance of taking time to fully recover and regain confidence in the ring. This cautious strategy is seen as essential for Spence to safely and effectively transition to a new weight class and potentially reclaim his status as a champion. Spence's journey forward will undoubtedly be challenging. The search for a new trainer is a critical step, as the right mentor will need to help him adapt his style, refine his technique, and prepare him mentally and physically for the battles ahead.
Frank just gotta be 100% ready, prepared. I feel like it's his time to shine. You know, under the bright lights, he's gonna put on a great performance and, you know, become the new guy at 135 pounds.
Earl, what's your thoughts?
I don't know, man. I'm a promoter right now. So. I don't know.
You know, with this fight, I know there's a rematch clause, and you know, if Frank wins the fight, you guys going to exercise it same way.
This new partnership will be crucial in shaping the next chapter of Spence's career. As Spence navigates this period of change, the boxing world watches with anticipation. His resilience and determination have been hallmarks of his career, and these qualities will be vital as he seeks to rebuild and reclaim his place at the top of the sport. Moving up to junior middleweight offers fresh opportunities, and with the vacant titles at 154 pounds, Spence has a clear target to aim for. But what do you really think will happen to Frank Martin now? Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more updates. See you in the next one.
But yeah, man, that is the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think about all of this down in the comment section, and overall subscribe for more content, man. But overall, do y'all think it is Derrick's fault that Frank Martin actually lost the fight to or with Gervonta Davis? You get what I mean? Me personally, I don't think so. Me personally, I think bro was cooked either way. You get what I mean? I'm convinced I'm not the only person, but I'm convinced the only reason Frank Martin took this fight is simply because of the money, the cash. You get what I mean? He was going to make a lot of money from this fight. I don't think he was very confident in himself that he was going to win this fight, if I'm going to be honest with you. Like, you know, the guy was flinching, he was scared, he was nervous, and things like that, man. There's just a lot of signs that showed you he was not confident. You know what I mean? So overall, bro, I don't know, man, but a lot of people are saying it's his trainer's fault. I don't know, man. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think it's Derrick's fault, his trainer's fault? I don't know, man. But overall, yeah, I really don't have too much to say. So pretty much just gonna end the video here. Let me know what y'all think, man. And without further ado, if you didn't make it to the end, subscribe for more content, and peace out.